Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Welcome to Friday Power Flow. Today we are going to stretch and flow. So let's get started. Come onto your mat and come into your Ragdoll. As you come onto your mat, set your feet about hips width distance. And if you want to measure that out, you can put two fists between your feet. That's a nice trick. A lot of the times we think hips width is as wide as our mat. It is not. And you can have your feet a little closer together or a little farther apart if you like. Hanging forward, really, the big piece is setting your feet and feeling your feet. As silly as it sounds, feeling your feet connected to your legs, connected to your body. Feeling your feet on the ground so you can feel where you are. And as you set your feet and feel your feet, come into this forward fold. Start to feel your breath. Take a big breath in. Then a long breath out. A big inhale. Then a big exhale. And you can bring opposite hand into the crook of opposite elbow. I've said this before. I really like this variation because you are supporting yourself. But if you want to let your hands dangle or come to rest on a prop, right, lots of great options. Feel what works best for you. And as you move your breath, maybe a little bit of movement forward and back or side to side. We spend a lot of time in our head, not in our bodies. So here, coming back into your body, and feeling the flow of breath. And even in this pose, feel the sensations. It might feel like a stretch in the back of your legs or in your low back. I don't often use the word stretch when I teach, because really, it's just a word. What do you feel? That's more important than trying to put a label to it. Can you let it work for you and feel good? And take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Now bring your hands down to the ground in front of your feet. So if you visualize a square, your hands and feet fill the corners of the square. And as you inhale, let your head drop, rock forward into your hands. Your heels can come up off your mat. And as you exhale, rock back into your heels, maybe lift the palms of your hands, your toes. As you inhale, shift forward into your hands, almost like you're going to press up to a handstand. And then as you exhale, rock back into your heels. So just a couple more times here. Moving with your breath. Engage your core. If you're so inclined and you want to press up into a handstand, go for it. One more time. Inhaling, come forward into your hands. Exhaling back into your heels. Now this time, as you come forward into your hands, plant your hands on your mat and step back to your downward facing dog. If you want to add in a child's pose here, you can add in a child's pose. You can add in a child's pose at any point during your practice. Again, maybe a little bit of movement. You can walk out your dog or move your head around, move your hips around. Right? But feeling the movement, feeling your body. And then you feel the benefits of this. Benefits of your breath. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Take a deep breath in here. And a long breath out. And from here, walk your hands back toward your feet. Strong core. Set your feet. Again, set your feet and rise to stand. Come all the way up. Reach your hands up. Lift your heart. Look up. Go back if that feels good. A big breath in at the top. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze here. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Set an intention for your practice if that's something that resonates with you. And together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. As you inhale, sweep your hands up and reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale, bring your hands to your mat, walk yourself out to your high push-up, strong core, knees lifted or lowered, move forward and halfway down, low push-up, chaturanga. You can come all the way down if that works better. Inhaling, upward facing dog, a cobra or a low cobra, and as you exhale, back to your downward dog or your child's pose. Set your gaze here, maybe you close your eyes, working with drishti, focusing on where we are. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale here. And as you exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let your heels soften down, let your head hang down. Even here in your downward dog, right, you are stretching out the backs of your legs, lengthening through your spine, lengthening through your arms, right? You might even take up a little more space. You can slide your feet back a little bit, but keep your balance, stay steady here, stay grounded. Take another big inhale, exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, lift and reach, fill up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, chaturanga, low push-up. A big breath in, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale, really expand your lungs, your rib cage. As you exhale, empty out, release. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Elbows in, forward and down. Upward dog, still moving forward. Lead with your heart. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Another big inhale. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Katasana, chair pose. Set your feet, put a big bend to your knees. Here you can set your feet together apart. But again, just like in your Ragdoll, like in any pose, set your feet and feel your feet. Be connected to your foundation. Build from the ground up. Take a really big inhale here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Hands on your mat. Step your left foot back behind you. Come on into your runner's lunge. You might walk your right foot a little to your right. Tented fingers is nice here. On an inhale, start to lift your hips, straightening your right leg. And as you exhale, bend back into your right knee. Knee over ankle, shoulders can roll back here. Inhale, lift your hips to your own degree, lengthen that right leg. Exhale, bend into your right knee. So not pushing or forcing. Inhaling, lift your hips and lengthening. Exhale and bend. One more time. Inhale, lift your hips. Now keep your hips lifted and start to fold forward over your right leg. You can adjust where you have your hands. Your left heel might soften towards the ground. And you might have a pretty straight right leg and left leg. Or you might have a really big bend in your right knee. Either way, let it work for you. You are letting this practice meet you where you are. And from that point, we stretch and open. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale. As you exhale, bend back into your right knee. Use your hands to help you set your left foot flat and rise up to your warrior one. You can walk your right foot a little to the right. Let your right hip come back, your left hip come forward. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now step your right foot forward, warrior one. Rise up and add in your warrior two. As you add in your warrior two, you can add in some space between your feet. Lengthen out through your arms, lengthen out through your fingers.
We are stretching our bodies, but we're also stretching our hearts and our minds, opening our bodies and opening our hearts and our mind. We have the potential for all of this right here, right now. Spin your palms to the sky and take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Left hand to your back leg, maybe your low back, maybe all the way around to the top of your right thigh. Take a really big inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Katasana, chair pose. Set your feet big bend to your knees. Wave your body a little more in your heels. Set your feet, feel your feet soften your toes. Strong core, take a big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Hands on your mat. Right foot steps back behind you this time. Runner's lunge. And on this side, you can walk your left foot a little to your left. Tented fingers or hands on blocks is nice. As you inhale, start to lift your hips, lengthening through your left leg. And as you exhale, bend your left knee tracks over ankle, shoulders roll back, strong core. Inhale, hips lift here, lengthening to your own degree. Don't push it, don't force it. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, lift your hips and lengthen. Exhale and bend. One more time. Inhale, lift your hips. Now hips stay lifted. As you exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Fold a little, fold a lot. You can adjust where you have your hands. Here your right heel might soften towards the mat. And again, maybe you have a straight left leg. Maybe have a big bend in that left knee. Feel what you can do. You can let this practice meet you where you are. And from here, stretching, expanding, strengthening. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale. As you exhale, bend into your left knee. Adjust where you have your right foot so you can rise up for your warrior one. Right hip comes forward a bit, left hip back. Soften your toes, reach your hands high, soften your shoulders. Take a really big breath in. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now left foot steps forward. Warrior one, rise up. And add in your warrior two. Front foot flat and straight. Back toes towards the side of your mat, maybe a little bit forward. You can take your feet a little farther apart, and a little farther apart can be 1/4 of an inch. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Front knee tracks over front ankle, back leg is long and strong. Spin your palms to the sky, take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Again, finding a place that works for you for that right hand, your right hand. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, empty out. Another big inhale here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Katasana, chair pose. Sit down, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, back foot flat. Rise up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Rise up. Exhale, hands come back down. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot again, warrior one. Come up. Open out to your warrior two. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. And in your reverse, straighten your right leg. Lengthen through both legs. Feel your feet connected down. Your legs lifting up, drawing your low belly in and up. Come through center, reach as far forward as you can, and come on into your triangle, Shikonasana. Right hand extends down, left arm extends up to the sky. Not just the right hand, left hand, but the right arm, the left arm. Your right leg, your left leg, your spine, extending, lengthening, stretching out, opening up. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. And take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, start to let your left hand come down towards the ground. So we're going to set up for a variation on twisting triangle. You can keep your feet where they are, left hand under your left shoulder. Start to take your right arm to the right, and then up towards the sky, so twisting to the right. So it's almost like an awkward twisting triangle. And just do the best you can. Soften your toes, maybe you lift them, spread them apart. Take a really big inhale here. As you exhale, bring your right hand down, step your left foot in halfway or a third of the way. Take your right foot a little to your right, add in a halfway lift, and lengthen and fold over your right leg. So your feet are closer together than in that first forward fold. And there might be room to bring the right hip back, left hip forward. But like that other forward fold, you might have a big bend in one or both knees. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. With your hands on your mat, press into your right foot. Lift your left leg. Standing leg raise, standing leg split. Lengthen through your right leg. Lengthen through your left leg. And feel if you can increase the space between your legs. Increase your breath. If you want to bring one or both hands to your standing ankle, right, then you're really stretching. You're stretching your mind. You're opening up to possibility. Take a big inhale. Hands on your mat. Left foot drops back behind you. Runner's lunge. Bring your left knee down. Untuck your left toes. Kneeling lunge. Hands come up to your front knee here. Pause. Check in. Maybe you pad the back knee. And then if it works, interlace your fingers at your low back. Extend through your arms. Maybe a towel or strap between your hands. Grounded through your right foot. Not a lot of weight in the left knee. Hips forward and down. Heart high. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. As you inhale, reach your hands up. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Come on into your half pigeon. So I don't usually stick half pigeon in the middle of practice. So another way that we can stretch ourselves. Long through your back leg, a little lift to your chest. As you lengthen and fold forward. I remember when I first started practicing, if a teacher would do something a different way, right away I would think, that's not how you do it, that's not right. So many different ways into the poses and out of the poses, so many different variations for poses, so many different ways you can sequence these poses, create a practice. For me, there's no right or wrong. It's just different ways of doing things and feeling out what's the best way for you in any given moment. What's the best way for me in any given moment? And take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Hands under your shoulders. Come on up here. Pivot towards the side edge of your mat. Come on into your straddle. You can take your hands behind you. Move your hips forward. That will help you get your legs farther apart. Reach your hands high. Take a big inhale. Press out through your heels. And as you exhale, start to fold forward. Right, so maybe you can lengthen and fold a lot, maybe just a little. Notice where you feel like you are stretching, where you feel sensation. Absolutely feel that sensation. But notice if you try to put a label to it. This is good, this is bad. As long as you can breathe, you don't feel like you're struggling, as long as it doesn't hurt, it's all good. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Start to walk your hands back, come back to seated. Here, take your left foot, plant it to the outside of your right thigh. Tuck your right foot under your left hip. So we're setting up for a seated twist. I like to bring my hands to my left knee, right? So you sit really tall here. Right hand stays on the left knee, left hand comes back behind you. Now you're twisting to the left. Stay tall and upright. If you want to, bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. That's nice. Try to self-assist. Watch out for collapsing, rounding. You get more stretch, more twist by lifting and lengthening. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Now come on back to center. Unwrap your legs face forward and come on into your boat pose, Navasana. So if you want to start with bent knees, you can keep your heart lifted, maybe extend your legs, extend your hands. Breathe here for 5, 4, strong core, 3, 2, cross your ankles, rock forward, plant your hands, step back, high push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale here, exhale, step or jump to the front, halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, lift and reach, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior 1. Rise up, open out to your warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, pivot your toes towards the side edge of your mat. Adjust your pants as needed. Set your feet so they're parallel or pigeon-toed, and interlace your fingers at your low back. Let your knuckles extend down. You can have a towel or strap between your hands. Lift your heart. Take a big inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Lengthening through your legs, lengthening through your spine. Nice opportunity to rinse your shoulders. Take your time with it. Anytime you're stretching, you'll notice, if you're paying attention, if you're stretching, you'll notice resistance. What do you want to do with that resistance? I encourage you to take your time with it. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands down under your shoulders. Come halfway up. Pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Adjust your feet, runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale. Exhale. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Katasana, chair pose. Sit down, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior 1. Rise up. Open out, warrior 2. Left hand high, reverse your warrior, and in your reverse, straighten your left leg. Ground through your feet, lift through your legs. A lot of length here, lift up, go back, and then come on through center. Triangle, Trikonasana. Left hand extends down, right arm extends up. And you can take your gaze up, you can work with your gaze to the side or down towards the ground. And again, it's not just about your hands, it's about your arms, your legs, your spine. It's about your breath and your body, but also your heart, your spirit, your whole being. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Now another big inhale here. And as you exhale, start to let that right hand, your right hand, come down towards the ground, under the right shoulder. I like tented fingers or a prop. This awkward twisting triangle. Left arm out to the left, and then twisting to your left. Your left arm comes up towards the sky. So take your time with it so you don't unintentionally overdo it. Take a big inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down. Step your right foot in. Halfway, a third of the way, left foot a little to your left, setting up for your forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen and fold. When you encounter resistance, take your time with it. That's what your breath is for. Gives you some space to feel that you don't have to run away from it, but also feel that you don't have to plow through it. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. hands on your mat. Shift the weight of your body into your left foot. Lift your right leg. Standing leg raise, standing leg split. This is another pose. For the longest time, hearing standing leg split, and in my head thinking, I can't do that. I can't come into a split. If you want to bring one or both hands to your standing ankle, you can. But standing leg raise, right? It's the same pose, just different words. And all of it really has to do with our thinking mind, stretching and expanding our thinking mind. Take a big inhale here. Hands on your mat. Right foot drops back behind you. Runner's lunge. And then right knee lightly, gently down to your mat, kneeling lunge. Untuck the right toes. Hands to your left knee. Check in here. You can pad the right knee. Interlace your fingers at your low back or work with a different variation. This is my favorite variation in this pose. Letting your hips move forward and down. Your heart lifts here. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. As you inhale, reach your hands up. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Now walk your left foot across. Half pigeon. Long through your right leg. You can always set up the variation on your back. We won't be here for too long. Take a big breath in. Lengthen and fold. Does that influence how you feel? Hearing, you won't be here for too long. Stretching our minds, our bodies, our hearts, so we can be in a challenging pose for just an extra breath. Be in a challenging moment. Feel grounded. Right? Be at ease and in balance. That's what so much of this practice is about for me. Everything that I practice on my mat, I practice so that hopefully I can bring it into my everyday life. I am still practicing. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Once more here, a big inhale. And a big exhale. And with your hands under your shoulders, come on up. Pivot towards the side edge of your mat. This time, bring the soles of your feet together and your knees wide. Baddha Konasana. You can wrap your hands around your feet. Scooch your hips closer to your heels. Knees drop out to the sides. A big inhale. And as you exhale, start to fold forward. You can bring your elbows to the insides of your legs. That's a nice self-assist. So when I fold, I don't get really far forward. I like to keep my spine long, core engaged. A little lift to my chest and heart rather than just folding really quickly and rounding forward. Right? We do that a lot in our everyday lives. We round forward. So here you're really lengthening through your low back, opening your hips. Take your time with it. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And come on up and set up for that seated twist. Your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Your left foot tucks under your right hip. Hands to the right knee. Sit tall. With your left hand on your right knee and your right hand behind you, start to twist to your right. Keep your spine long. Again, watch out for rounding. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. That might work. You can take your gaze out over your right shoulder, or you can keep your gaze in line with your spine. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. And as you inhale, come back to center, unwrap your legs facing the back edge of your mat. Come on into your boat pose, Navasana. Bent knees, go ahead and straighten them. Lift your heart, strong core. You can extend your hands. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to a hover. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down on your mat. I guess it doesn't really matter which way you're facing. So whichever way you are facing, lying on your mat, set your feet flat and come on up for your bridge or your wheel. Set your feet Feel that your feet are flat and straight. Use that. You can set your gaze or close your eyes. If you set an intention, you can come back to that. Coming up for your bridge or your wheel. Or maybe even taking rest, right? So stretching yourself doesn't always mean stretching your body. Sometimes it means easing off, dialing it down a little bit. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower down to your mat. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a really big inhale. Open your mouth and empty out. Moving right from here into Shavasana. You can stay here, take your legs out, take your legs up. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And staying here just for a moment or two in Shavasana. That might require, right, or feel like, that might feel like a big stretch for you. So take your time with it. Take it one breath at a time. Another big inhale. And a long exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, bring some movement back to your body. Drawing your knees to your chest. Give yourself an embrace. Feel what you have done for yourself, your body, your heart, your mind, and your spirit today. Roll to one side. Make your way to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. You can set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Together, let's take a big breath in and a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. All right, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed today's practice. Hopefully you see that stretching isn't just about your body, or at least for me, it is also about my heart and my mind. If you want to stretch more, check out my Patreon, The Bent Yogi. There's a link here. For as little as $5 a month, you get access to exclusive full-length classes. So more stretch. For now, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Most important, take care of yourself, take care of each other. I'm Heather, I'm Bent Yogi, and I'll see you soon.